Hello, everyone, and welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Damon Bruce. Friday Hoops Fest coming up next. It's going to be the Dallas Mavericks up against the Philadelphia 76ers. And that's it for us in the studio.
A quick check now at the starting five for both teams. First for the Mavericks. And for Philadelphia. Then it's Green, and it's Harris in at the 4. Patopico defended by Simmons. Smith for 3. It's hauled in by Harris. Dallas on defense. He lobs it up.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
Here's Dallas. Here's Patopico. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
Well, the number one priority for a defense when you face this guy is to keep him getting anywhere from the basket because he's just so strong as a finisher. And, you know, he is an extremely skilled player attacking off the dribble, too. I mean, he's got a great pull-up jumper as well, Steve. Boy, 76ers had a season they'd like to soon forget. But the one thing they were able to do last year was win at home. Good thing, too, given how unforgiving Philadelphia fans can be. No tougher sports fans in all of sports in Philadelphia.
Now, here's Green. Clock at 4. The 76ers need to get off a shot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. '76ers on defense. Patopico defended by Simmons. Dallas moving it around. And that one's good. And back to the 76ers at home. Never a good idea to be under 500 at home in a city that has booed Santa Claus before. Steve, luckily they were able to avoid that, going 23 of 18 here last season.
Maybe Santa Claus had a bad year that year, Kevin. I don't know. But look, I mean, if you're stinking it up in front of Philly fans, they're going to let you know. I mean, they're going to boo you. They're brutally honest. On the flip side, though, when you play well, I mean, they're going to back you.
And so here is Dallas. It's a three-point game. Patopico blocked. And so just over a minute and a half played. Here's Curry with the 3. Good.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Kevin, I briefly spoke with Doc Rivers. Getting out in the open floor and exploiting his team's speed is an area of concentration for him. He said that as soon as we get a rebound, we want to get it to our guards, get off to the races, and we want this basically to come down to a track meet. Sounds like we should be in for a wild ride, guys.
Thank you, Doris. And it's Harris off the drive. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
You know, the Mavs, like many teams, always aware of who the free agents are that might help them become better. And prior to last season, they made sure they got their finances in order to make a run at Darren Williams to bring him home to Texas. Didn't work out, but they did the same thing this last offseason.
And for the Mavs, they know that in order for them to remain competitive and not go through a traditional rebuilding phase where they're going to finish, you know, at the bottom for a few years, you know, Steve, they're going to have to lure some free agents.
And one way or another, their top brass has always made sure that they would be able to move contracts around and make an offer to whatever big-name player was out there. But think about it. The last 2 years, they had unlimited cap room, unable to lure that big free agent fish to Dallas.
And it's the Mavericks with the ball after the missed 3 from Harris. The 76ers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Now the feed to Simmons. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Boy, the prettiest play in basketball to me. Executed to perfection.
I don't think you're going to get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Well, unless you're the team getting dunked on, of course.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. There's the screen. Outside Curry. This one for three. Can't get it to go.
That's 2 unproductive trips in a row, ending in turnover.
Yeah, one thing you can't do is string together those kinds of possessions. It'll really snowball on you.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And Simmons kicks to Harris, and it's blocked by Cauley Stein. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. The Mavericks trailer. He kicks to Richardson. And Richardson slams it in. Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
Oh, man. Might as well flaunt it if you got it, Clark.
Can't connect from short range.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
This guy's a good three-point shooter, but that was probably from a little bit too far.
Yeah, not what I would call working to get the best shot either.
And the shot is good.
He's got one of those shooting strokes that never changes, guys. I mean, even if a defender's all over him, he just never seems to flinch. A great quality to have as a shooter.
Something else I'll say is that he loves those catch-and-shoot situations, Steve. When he receives a pass in space, it's right away looking to shoot it. It was a rough year for the Mavs and their fans. The first time since 2012 the Mavericks found themselves out of the playoffs. A big reason why was they couldn't get the wins they needed on the road.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And so here is Philadelphia. And slammed in by Howard.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make it a close game, a potential momentum builder.
And back to the Mavs, 17-24 record on the road. You know, Steve, their struggles as the visiting team, you know, one of the reasons why they were only a 500 team on the season at 41-41.
And even though going 500 isn't a bad year for most, it is when you're the Dallas Mavericks and you're used to playing in the postseason. This was the first time in a long time, in forever, that the Mavs didn't end up in the playoffs.
Well, you know, when you play against the teams in the West, you need to have a solid front court or you're going to struggle. And last year, the Sixers thought they had the answer with Andrew Bynum, but he never played a game for them, so they really struggled against the West.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Fouls checked in, and it's Burke in for Richardson. And stolen by Howard. Here's Milton, and he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted. The aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
Yeah, that's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball because you can get easy points out of it at the other end.
And trouble it was for the 76ers against the West, Clark, as you were talking about. They would end up with just a 12-18 record against the Conference. And many wondering, Steve, what could have been.
Well, in 12-18 isn't actually that bad considering the state of the roster with the injuries and the new players. So I thought all in all the 76ers fought hard most of the year, but they just didn't have enough in the tank.
A nice pick right there to get him right to the rack.
Boy, taking it hard to the rack for the big throwdown.
And give an unofficial assist, Clark, to his teammate for setting the screen that freed him up.
Man, good call, Kevin. That was really the key to the play.
The 76ers have been all four of their chances so far in this one. And he knocks down the first one. And so he hits both.
They've really built this lead, Kevin, at the free throw line.
Mavericks trailed by 9. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Claver. He feeds it to Hardaway. Fires from deep. No good. Here's Milton. They get it again. The kick out to Scott. Another miss by Philadelphia, but they get it back. Here's Burke. The shot, no good. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. 76ers on top. They lead by 11. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the 76ers?
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And the other area that's really been strong for them tonight is their ability to get to the free throw line, finding easy points.
Well, there's a new ownership group in Philadelphia as of 2011, and in this offseason, they pulled the trigger and brought in new leadership in the front office. Looks like they're jumping on the analytics bandwagon, hiring the former brain trust of the Houston Rockets.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Gentlemen, Rick Carlisle is widely considered an outstanding strategist and X and O's coach. But with the turnover on the Mavericks roster the last few seasons, he's tried to keep things as simple as possible for them. He said, quote, "My ongoing goal is to call less or no plays if we can. We want our guys to make plays." Kevin?
Well, Doris, when you've got that kind of talent and IQ, playing on instinct can certainly be effective. And back to the Sixers. I guess for the Wall Street ownership group, going mathematical is something they were, Steve, pretty comfortable with.
Well, it's something that a lot of teams are going to now, Kevin. The new owners, a lot of them businessmen, they want to turn to math to try to figure this whole thing out. Bottom line, though, is it's a combination. It's not just stats. It's talent, stats, chemistry, coaching, a lot of things that goes into winning.
James Johnson's checked in for the Mavericks.
And he's the type of player who, when he gets it going, is almost impossible to cool down. Coaches will call a timeout sometimes just to take away some of the momentum that he provides for that club.
And I don't think we can talk about him without also mentioning his tendency to just erupt and string together a bunch of baskets in a row in a real short period of time. This last summer, the Mavs asked fans to submit some redesigns of their uniforms for future use. Always kind of neat to see when a team and organization reaches out for the fans' input.
He dishes it to Simmons. Defended by Burke. Puts it up from 12. Foul calls. Look like the D didn't get there in time, and he'll shoot free throws. It's going to go on Trey Burke. And back to the Mavs. Definitely a big move by them to reach out like that. Nothing like bringing crowdsourcing to the NBA and building a bridge, Steve, with your fan base.
Kevin, I had a chance to see some of the designs of the uniforms that were being suggested. Some pretty sharp-looking duds, but there were some other ones that were absolutely hideous. So let's hope the decision-makers in the Mavs organization pick some of the let's say the more clean-looking new uniform suggestions.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
And they've needed every one of those rebounds. I think that's what's put them in front here.
Here's Milton. Mavericks with the rebound. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Johnson dishes to Clegg. Feeds it to Hardaway. Misses the three. Philadelphia leading by 9. Here's Milton. The putback. Slams it home for the putback.
Now that's no run-of-the-mill putback there.
The rebound and then the dunk, one on top of the other.
The 1-2 punch. Gotta love it.
Tobias Harris is checked in for Philadelphia. Back to Johnson. Shoots the three. The Mavericks rebound. Outside Hardaway. And it's Hardaway again missing. 76ers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Dishes to Simmons. The pass to Harris. It's blocked. Tries to save it. But they'll get another chance. Shot clock at 3. The second chance effort. No luck. Mavericks trailed by 11. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Johnson gets the bucket.
And that kind of defense is just not going to cut it, guys. They have to get a hand in his face.
Harris outside. There's the call on James Johnson. That's his first foul. And the Mavericks making a change here. Tipped away. It's taken away by Smith. Inside, here's Potapico, and the layup's good off the glass. He has 5.
I'd say that shot was well within his range.
You think so? I mean, I was pretty good from 2 feet and in myself. That's a gimme there.
Passes it to Simmons. Green. Another miss by Philadelphia. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Smith, the pass to Claver. And stolen by Hayes. And now Philadelphia on the break. Rejected by Claver. And the basket by Harris. And the 76ers lead by 8.
Well, if they didn't look at the scoreboard, you'd think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Yeah, I like the energy they're playing with here, Steve. I mean, a nice uptick in their second chance points. Boy, after struggling in the first quarter, he's come alive here in the second.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Guys, Otto Porter comes from a basketball family. He wore his mom's jersey number growing up, then switched to his father's number 35 upon being drafted. And he kept it in the family in one other way. He never played in the AAU system and just worked out against his own family. Tough family, and it's worked out for him, guys.
Yeah, Doris, a versatile defender and a smart role player. He's been a very nice addition. The dish to Simmons. Shot clock at 6. Knocks it loose. Left side, Hardaway. Rebound by the 76ers. Harris has got his 5th rebound in this one. To the inside. Here's Cleves. No luck. Now Dallas takes it the other way.
Dallas usually does well against the Eastern Conference, and even in a year when they were struggling, that still was the case. The Mavs posted a 500 or better record against every division in the Eastern Conference.
He slipped into quite a funk here, Clark.
I think that's a good word to describe it. I mean, the basket is looking awfully small to him at the moment.
Green kicks to Simmons. Curry against Smith. Curry attacking. Drilled from 11 feet out. Curry's got 5 points so far. Dallas did finish 41 up and 41 down in the year, with 17 of those wins coming, Steve, against the East. Not a bad mark for him.
And you'll remember last season, it was in March when the Mavs started gaining a lot of ground and kind of put themselves into playoff contention. And a lot of those wins that month came against Eastern Conference teams.
About 7 seconds separate.
Hammer time! Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Still, I mean, it's startling that he'd even try that right now.
19 seconds left in the second quarter. From the arc, and it's good. 8 points for him. And here's Smith. Potapico, defended by Simmons. Here's Potapico. Drops in the tray.
Incredible. Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3-ball with one of their own.
Let's keep this thing going, guys. I love seeing a three-point battle like this.
And a tight game here as we end the...
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Hello and welcome. We've got a great...
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And we welcome you back to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the city of brotherly love. The 76ers leading by 4.
That's his second personal foul. First team foul.
Harris outside. Here's Cleves. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. He's got 6.
He's so reliable. You know, his offense seems to be consistently there for this team.
The drive by Smith. He's against Green. Shoots from 14. They get the rebound. Here's Trubinsky. And a foul on the shot. They'll go to the strike for 2.
Well, he's established himself as one of the league's premier clutch performers, with some unbelievable plays down the stretch and tight ball games.
And, he's also a tough finisher, Steve. There's very little a defender can do if he gets to within arm's length of the basket.
Defensive foul. That's his third personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Simmons. Six to shoot. Down low. Here's Cleves. Nice defense from Cauley Stein. Mavericks trailed by 4. Here's Potapico. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. He's got free throw attempts number 4 and 5 here.
And he finished last season right around 71% from the line. Not exactly the best of percentages.
Both good from the line that time. The 76ers shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. And that is good. Dallas shooting reasonably well, 45%. Here's Trubansky. Connects on the open J. He has 7.
Tough matchup there defensively. He just doesn't have the height or the length to bother that shot.
Here's Simmons. Nice D from Cauley Stein. The Mavericks trailing. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break.
Oh, ridiculous. Tore it down that time. Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
Yeah, like that. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in, but I say put as much as you can on the finish and get your teammates going.
The 76ers have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far.
And you look at the numbers from a year ago, guys, this is a club that hit about 75% of its free throws.
And it's something they know that if they improve, can really have a big impact on their success.
Here's Potapico. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam. Tremendous stuff from a guy, Clark, we think more of for his passing.
Yeah, but he's got tremendous leaping ability and a surplus supply, too.
Well, that's a great aggressive move and 2 big points, too.
Here's Cleves. Again, Philadelphia.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they built this lead for themselves here.
Smith outside. Smith missing again. The 76ers leading by 3. Here's Simmons. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Potapico, guarded by Green. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. He's got 9.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
Poked loose, out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. Dallas making a switch here. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Burke kicks to Richardson for the lead. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
They're amped up now, Kevin. After trailing for so long, they finally pulled ahead.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Well, he almost always cashes in when he gets to the line. He was about 86% from the free throw line last season.
Guys, I thought he got into a groove last year at the charity stripe, and I thought he maintained it deep into the season as well.
It's stolen by Smith. Here's Trubinsky. Kept alive. Goes back up. And it's good on the layup. Now it's a 4-point Maverick lead. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
The other thing they're doing, guys, is forcing turnovers and then creating points offensively as a result.
Well, for the 76ers last season, just really tough offensively. Tied for last in the league in points per game, bottom 5 in efficiency. Did a really good job of taking care of the ball, second lowest in turnovers, but I think they may have been a little overcautious to get those turnover numbers where they were.
Well, he recognized the advantage size-wise, and he went right at the defender. That's how you do it.
They set the screen. Stops there. The fader. Count the bucket. 11 points in the game. And guys, the Sixers' style over the last couple seasons has been a little inconsistent, I guess you could say. Defensively, their philosophy very clearly was, Steve, to force teams to shoot long twos. But offensively, those were the shots they so often took.
Well, remember, they were pretty good a couple of years ago with Iguodala because they were a fast team that could create some offense in transition. But once they got by him and he was injured, it really took away their effectiveness offensively.
Daniel Green, he's checked in for Philadelphia. That's tipped. Here's Cleves, 5 to shoot. Lays it up and bunks it in.
Man, he has been their unquestioned leader offensively this quarter.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Oh, no, you hate to see that. Those are just the kind of errors that can cost you in a game like this.
And the Mavericks making a change here. And it's Harris off the drive. The game now all time. Harris has got 6.
The only tough part of that basket for him was getting into such good position. The rest of it seemed easy.
19 seconds left in the third quarter. Potapico, guarded by Curry. Here's Potapico. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 18 points for him. Now here is Harris. 6 points for him. Soft touch off the glass.
You gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded out physical game.
Yeah, that was your game, Clark. Pound it inside and take the ball right to the defense.
That's what I tried to do, man. I knew my limitations.
It's all tied in Philadelphia. And coming up is... We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. Dallas shooting at 51%. Really solid. Curry against Richardson. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Richardson's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Mavs. Simmons dishes to Harris. Harris, right side. The 10-foot. Again, Philadelphia.
What a display of offense we've seen today, and it's only getting better.
Well, both defenses have been on their heels all day, and it's begun to take its toll.
Kicks it to Powell. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That's on Dwight Howard. The free throw drops for Powell. He hits both from the stripe.
And if they continue to shoot well from the free throw line like they are, then their lead is going to be pretty steady here.
That's not an overstatement. They've literally not missed a single foul shot this half.
Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. And Howard with the stuff.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
Potapico. Good on the triple. 21 points in the game.
This guy will really make you pay if you leave him enough room outside.
The 76ers trail by 3. Harris passes to Green. Back to Harris. In low to Howard. Ripped away. Fast break Dallas. Richardson guarded by Curry. Nice shot by Smith.
Now, it's hard to imagine them not running away with this game if they can continue to shoot the ball like they have been.
Steve, everything is falling for them this half, and they haven't had any empty possessions, scoring on every trip.
Ball stolen. And here's the fast break. Launches the 3. Offensive rebound. Patapika covered by Green. Nice ops and determination that time. Clark to get to the rim.
We know he can bounce, and right there an example of how dangerous he is when he's got a path to the hoop.
And you love the versatility, guys. Being a point guard, and in this situation, they tack on 2 more points, expanding the lead in a pretty deflating way for the defense.
Richardson with it. Puts up a 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Harris has got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
That's some more rugged play from them inside. They have a decent edge in rebounds thus far.
And that hard work on the boards needs to continue. That could be what swings this game eventually.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Here's Simmons. And he lobs it up toward the rim.
What a beautiful pass to send that one up.
The pass might have been pretty, but the finish, I thought, angry.
That's a heck of a combination. Pretty pass and an angry punch.
I would call it an irate finish even.
It's Richardson on the wing. All 3 off the mark. The 76ers have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. Look from Green, and good, as it just snags right down through the net.
This has been a different kind of game here in the second half. I thought both clubs a little slow in the first.
No question, but they're really going at it now.
It's stolen by Curry. He passes to Harris. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
Guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
And Simmons kicks to Green. Tipped. Pass to Harris. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Harris has got 4 points in the quarter.
That's their 3rd straight make-off in the 6th.
Boy, the ball movement's been fantastic here the last few possessions.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Yes, thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Rick Carlisle was saying to the team. He tried to really fire them up to bring it home, saying, all night. You have all night to rest after the final buzzer. For now, we have to lay it on the line and try to bring it home. So guys, back to you.
And the 76ers call time here.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
.157 left in the fourth quarter. And Simmons kicks to Curry. Rejected by Richardson. Trubinsky defended by Simmons. 6 on the shot clock. Trubinsky, and it's Dallas with another.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Well, their energy is lacking. They've got to start playing harder and battle down in the paint.
To the middle. Makes it off the glass.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
Lays out. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. And Philadelphia calls time here. They trail by 2. 1:12 left in the game. A floater. No good from Simmons.
Boy, that was a tough one because if that goes down, you tie the score.
And you know they wanted to go down. They put together a nice run. That would have tied it.
Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. There's 57 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Cleans, defended by Stein.
That 4th foul might force him to scale back the aggression defensively a little bit. He does not want to pick up number 5.
There's 48 seconds left in the fourth. Blocked! Potapico, defended by Simmons. Here's Potapico. They get it back. They set the pick from downtown. It's good from beyond the arc.
That's why teams emphasize the use of screens and picks just to get you some open looks like that one.
Smith checked in for Hardaway. Two-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Yes! And he has put them to within 2 points.
Oh, that is a massive shot.
You know it is. He's stepping right into the spotlight.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you got to freeze the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
A few misses at the line, and they're in good shape.
Now, Green. To tie it up. Missed.
The offense just getting right to the rim, but at least they saved the layup with the foul.
That's old school basketball rules. I mean, at the end of the day, no easy layup. Earn it from the line.
And it's tied up with that one.
And you can't say enough about his composure in big moments. He's as cool as they come, guys.
Here's Potapico. Time expires, and we're going to overtime. We've got overtime action now, folks. Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, Doris Burke on our sideline, and this is Kevin Hart. And so here we go, the 76ers to start it. And away we go here with post-regulation basketball. Here's Trubinsky. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Some hang time on that rim puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
Oh, boy. Whipped cream, cherry on top. It always comes back to dessert for Clark.
Cleans, defended by Stein. The jump hook, and that one's good. And 2 points for him. Mavericks shooting an efficient 53% from the field. Shot from 12. Rejected by Simmons. Great action here if you're just joining us about 1 minute into OT. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Simmons gone 2 for 7, struggling a bit. Here's Potapico. So the whistle blows on the shot from 2 free throws for the contact right there. And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. And he misses the second one as well, so he was 0 for 2 that time. Philadelphia's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. The feed to Simmons. Cleves, defended by Stein, and they take the lead. 24 points for him. The Mavericks trailing. But 90 seconds off the clock here in the extra period. Misses from close range. The 76ers shooting it very well tonight, around 57%. Harris outside. Ball's not loose. It's taken away by Smith. Leads him in there. And Richardson slams it in.
Boy, their defense making an impact here late, Kevin.
And straight off the steal, Clark, a perfectly run fast break ends in a slam dunk.
Well, that could be a huge 4-point swing in this game.
Cleves, defended by Stein. Here's Simmons. Savage. That's the way to get some momentum on your side.
Absolutely. Those dunks can really have a deflating effect on the defense.
Yeah, especially coming from a guy out of the backcourt.
They set the pick. Here's Potapico. Oh, hammer! And he'll go to the line.
Well, they did have a foul to give, but they didn't get it done before the shot attempt.
Yeah, you really want to try to foul in that situation before he gets into the shooting motion. It just didn't work out that time.
He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in. Clark, they'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see some long possessions out of them going forward. Talk about complete control. Everything working in this one for Curry. He has 14 points, and he's added to his numbers by hitting 4 shots from the three-point line.
Well, 12 points from long range, so the defense has to figure out a way to defend him a little differently and try to get into his airspace.
Dallas making a switch here. Works his check in, and so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game. Here's Dallas. We're in overtime. If you just joined us, 2.5 minutes through it. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
So he gave the officials no choice there. Easy call, right over the top.
Yeah, he's got to go straight up when he's under the boards in that kind of traffic. Can't chest first into the man in front of you. That's a foul.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
That was a critical trip to the strike. They have a 2-possession lead now.
Yeah, they've got to score quickly.
Yeah, no time to waste at all.
Dallas again missing. Philadelphia's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. And so they choose to intentionally foul. Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. From deep, and it's blocked by Simmons. And he commits the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. And the Mavericks call time here. They're losing by 8. 11 seconds left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. Guys, what do you think?
Well, never say never, I guess. They just have no quit in them.
And I think you have to respect that attitude and approach. I know most teams would have called it a game already. Great opportunity right there. He's got such tremendous length. He can just rise up and get separation for the 3.
And that's an intentional foul. It's the first that increases their lead to 6. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
This definitely wasn't the way they envisioned overtime working out.
Smith for 3. He connects. So it's the 76ers